So welcome to Big Smoothie Time once again. I'm gonna do answering of one particular question. Keep on watching the video if you wanna know the question and the answer. And meanwhile, I'm gonna do the smoothie. So let's go. First of all, I'm gonna put in a spoon of chia seeds, and then this grounded wheat, and mix it all up. Wonderful. Then I'm gonna go for 6 bananas today. The first question was, do plants feel pain? There's an answer to that. Do actually have a response. For example, to cutting, well, we would say harming them, but we're not really harming them. That's the point. So once you cut a plant, you're gonna react by chemical reactions or by losing leaves, losing the ability to pump their juices. You might argue that the plant is suffering, but it's doing it in its own way, not comparable to what we would experience, what animals would experience, because they're a complete different branch of beings in the evolutionary tree. So we might argue, do plants feel pain? I might say yes, in their own kind of way. They display some reaction to stimuli, which we could say it's a kind of pain. So, but I would say the question which is more interesting to ask at this point is not, do plants feel pain? So I've heard people arguing, saying, yeah, but we can cause pain to animals because we're anyway causing pain to plants. So what's the point of reducing pain if we're causing it anyways, be it to plants, be it to animals? And the question I would like to ask is it okay to cause pain or to cause harm to plants, either plants or animals, or let's say humans, if we put a human in another category? Here we go, apples, the dates, the cranberries, extra sweetened. Oh yeah. The extra sugar. Some more extra sugar. Just cover it. The rice drink. Some plain water. So back to my question, is it okay to cause harm to plants? I would argue that it is okay, because plants don't show any physical signs of pain. They're not turning around like animals, they're not shouting out loud like hear it. They are not running away, they are not capable of running away. It's like nature's way to tell us, go ahead, eat them, cut them, feed ourselves with plants as much as we can. Plants, they don't show the typical signs of discomfort that we would interpret as being really bad. So like with animals, you can definitely tell. Step on your cat's tail, it's gonna shout, it's gonna run away, it's gonna look you in the eye like, what did you do to me? But try and do it with a plant. Try kick it, try kick a tree, and then tell me the reaction of the tree. Is it like going to run away? Is it going to shout out loud? Maybe gonna expel some chemicals, and that's it. For example, if you're really into like not causing any harm to plants, like you should go fruitarian. You go like, I'm only gonna eat the fruits and the seeds of the plants, because that's nature's way of telling you, here, take it. You gotta eat it, and then you gotta poop it out, and then it's its own fertilizer. Perfect way of setting the genome of the plants, giving you its fruit. So plants and human go in a symbiotic relationship, mostly with grains and seeds and fruit, because plants have been traveling through our digestive system for many millions of years and adapting themselves, and we have adapted to them, be it like 100 million years of adaptation, 200 million years of adaptation, or even more. We have been eating those plants, and we have been in a symbiotic relationship, evolving. Is it okay to cause harm to plants? I would say yeah. the plants are not showing the typical signs of discomfort. They are displaying signs of reaction to stimuli. Don't cause any unnecessary harm to plants. Don't break their branches if it's not necessary. Don't cut them if it's not necessary. But even plants would like thrive better if cut. I've been cutting trees for like 3 years. I've been learning it, how to do it. I've been cutting the trees and they've been thriving. You need to do it sometimes because otherwise they get over branched. The branches intertwine and they kind of get healthy amount of fruit, and some branches might get too heavy to hold all the weight of the fruit. So you want to kind of alleviate or help the plant to give it best. If you have a branch that's full of apples and it's gonna break, then you're going to damage your tree by not cutting it. So in my opinion, we shouldn't argue that it's okay to cause pain to other sentient beings because we're causing it to plants anyway. Here we go with a smoothie. Enjoy the mix. Ready smoothie once again. Well, that's delicious. But in my opinion, asking if plants feel pain in order to justify your harming of animals, saying plants feel pain and animals feel too, so what's the point of pain? Just like a reaction. Animals have also only just a reaction, but we're saying it's not okay to cause pain to humans. We can easily relate to animals, and on the evolutionary tree,
here you can see the evolutionary tree for mammalia and the humans being on the left.
They're like just branches. The animals are just branched off, and we just branched off animals. So in a kind of way we're very, very close to them in terms of feelings, in terms of experiencing the world around us. We should compare ourselves more to animals than to plants. It seems like a logical conclusion there. Just a silly question to be like, what about plants? Don't they feel pain? Shouldn't we cause harm to them? And especially if you want to minimize the harm caused to animals and plants, the vegan option is the best, because all the plants that are being fed to animals, they have to kind of suffer too. So we're feeding a ton hell shit of plants to animals instead of feeding our billion of people that are hungry on this planet. They gotta be fed first. The 1 billion people are hungry in this planet, at least. And it would be so easy to just give the grain to them. It would be such a cheap alternative, but there's no money in feeding people. There's just money in feeding animals and sending them to silly dumb fucking cunt like many people around me, many people in this country, many people in all the Western countries. They're just silly, like they're fed the biggest shit on this planet like animals, and they're not recognizing it, that it's causing harm to other sentient beings, mainly humans, that are missing their food, and instead some animals are getting their food and it's being fed to us and sold, subsidized. It's just about the money. Think about it. I think it's just about the money. So this is smoothie heaven right there. Make your vegan smoothies. Don't forget to eat your vegetables and fruits, grains. Leave the animals alone. So try it out. See you soon.